Our next story, we're over on Push Square talking about Black Ops 7. And yes, in last week's episode, we showed off some of the comments and clips about this game as people were not happy with it and saying it's the worst Call of Duty ever. And I did say I was going to jump in and play this before this week's podcast. And you know what? I kept my word, I did. So I've played multiplayer and I've played single player campaign. Well, that's a lie. It was co-op campaign. I was playing with 3 other random people that were chucked into the game with me. And I also checked out zombies. So what is the script with this? Black Ops 7 UK sales have plummeted by 61% compared to Black Ops 6. Not very good, that is it? And they also compared it to the peak of Battlefield, which we did in last week's episode, saying Call of Duty peaked at 86k concurrent players on Steam. That's just Steam, I know, not the consoles, for Black Ops 7. A year ago, it was upwards of 300,000 for Black Ops 6. And for reference, Arc Raiders reached over 400k and Battlefield hit 271k on the day he posted that tweet, not at their peak. So not good for Black Ops 7. The official Call of Duty page, however, has been tweeting, either they're just ignoring this or tone deaf. Thank you to our community and developers. This is just the start. What apparently, according to them, it's been great and there's plenty more of exciting stuff to come. So what do I think about playing the game? Well, I jumped into Black Ops 7. It was interesting to say the least. Let's start with multiplayer. Multiplayer was okay. However, it really feels like a mobile game. It really felt like Call of Duty Mobile to me. There was something about it. The time to kill was kind of weird. And there were some really annoying weapons in it. My God. Some dude just kept laser beaming me through a freaking wall. I don't even know what this gun was, but when I saw it back in the kill cam, it was literally, it would scan and see me through a wall and just shoot me through the wall with this laser type thing. It was so annoying. They did kind of win back a little bit of my goodwill by putting in Nuketown 24/7. I love a bit of Nuketown. Jumped into that. I would advise you to turn off the cross-play feature with PC. I was in a few lobbies with PC players and you just get smoked because the keyboard and mouse accuracy level is ridiculous versus a controller. I know controller does have the auto-aim feature, but it's just not the same. It's just not as quick. So I switched that off, played it with just console players, and it was a lot more fun. I loved playing some domination on that. Definitely not the best Call of Duty, but it's the standard kind of multiplayer Call of Duty affair. You know, what do you expect? That's what you get. Then zombies. The zombies I played was a weird, almost kind of like, the map was like a big loop, open world. And I tried to capture some clips of the gameplay when I was playing it. So if I got them, I'll throw them on screen as well. Driving about in this banged up truck, which you have to get repaired and stuff. And I was terrible at zombies here. My team were carrying me. I had no idea where the Pack-a-Punch machine was, which I needed big time. I think the Pack-a-Punch machine, after doing a little bit of research, actually gets built on this 4x4, but I had no idea where the hell it went. So I was screwed. I kept dying and getting revived by my teammates. It was the kind of usual zombies affair. I really prefer zombies when it's much more enclosed environments. I'm not a fan of these big, huge maps where you're traveling all over them, trying to do this, trying to do that. I entered the zombies world when it was first announced with Call of Duty World at War. And, you know, the maps, they were just fantastic. Enclosed, claustrophobic, fighting off wave after wave of zombies. And then the later Black Ops, like I don't think you can beat like Kino der Toten. I just love that map. So yeah, zombies, okay. Then it was like, and like, these are just okay. There's nothing mind-blowing or like, wow, this is amazing, I need to play this. Then I went on to the campaign. Actually, that's a lie. I played the campaign first. And whoa, baby. The campaign is weird. So this footage that's on screen right now as I talk to you is from the campaign. This is pretty much from the first level. And check these. There's giant knives being thrown at you. Literally, one of the first boss fights, you're fighting this guy who teleports into a cloud of blood, I think it is, about the map, shooting at you, is tossing giant swords at you, or knives, land on the map. You actually can pick them up and use it as like a kill streak and launch them back at him. It is so freaking weird. Now, it's fully online co-op. You can't pause it. You get booted for inactivity. It is not a good Call of Duty campaign, right? However, see if this was just a like online co-op first person shooter from some indie studio, you'd be like, oh, this is okay. But this is not Call of Duty. That to me is the problem. They've went so far off the wall here that you're like, what am I playing? Like, what is this all about? You know, these giant ridiculous boss fights. This is not grounded in reality at all. Even if it was futuristic and you're fighting off, you know, different kind of like drones and robots and stuff, that's fine. But give us that curated on the rails campaign experience, which, you know, Call of Duty is famous for. I've played a couple of levels. I've not played the full thing yet. I want to go back and play the whole way through this, but I wanted to have a shot of everything before I spoke to you all again. I'm not sure though if this campaign is actually worse than Modern Warfare 3 from a few years ago, because that was terrible. That was just like multiplayer maps stitched together. Go to this point, you know, kill these people, extract, blah, 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 rinse, repeat. It was so bad. And we know from news that came out from the Microsoft, Activision, FTC court cases that was planned to be a DLC. But then they were told, no, just make it into a full game. So yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is not having a good time. And I'd love to know your thoughts if you've jumped in and played it. It's definitely one of the worst Call of Duties ever. I think I might actually go back and play all of them and rank them. I do actually have, I think, all of them on Xbox, like actually pretty much all of them. So maybe I should do that and rank them all, maybe rank the full games or just the campaign or something. That might be a fun little video to do sometime. However, let me know what you all think about this. It's one of these ones I don't think it'll be staying on my hard drive very long, let's put it that way. Definitely would rather be playing other games than this. It just doesn't feel special. It doesn't feel like Call of Duty of old. And maybe I'm showing my age with stuff like that, but if you go back to the original, like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, the absolute peak. The original Modern Warfare 2, absolute peak. I mean, those games were just fantastic. How far Call of Duty has fallen is a bit of a mystery. I think they need to have a breather. They need to not release a game every year. Just go away, make this the last one for maybe another 2 or 3 years. Let people, you know, build up that affection for the franchise again. Let them miss it a little bit and then come back with an absolute banger. Grounded in reality, amazing curated campaign full of big set pieces and experiences. Solid multiplayer. Bring back a couple of classic maps, but give us some absolute banger new maps that could be classics in the future. And depending on what the franchise is, give us a great simple zombies experience, or, you know, like special ops or something like that. Yeah, I think that's what Call of Duty should do. Do you agree?